Hello and welcome back to the channel. Here we are at long last to Neverwinter Nights. Yet another Dungeons and Dragons game from my childhood that I never experienced in my childhood because, well, D&D was something to make fun of back then, and I was a naive kid. I was playing two of my favorite, what ended up being two of my favorite top 5 games of all time, which happen to be MMOs. So you imagine that took up a lot of time, and back then we still mixed socializing in real life with our gaming. So I just never got into them, unfortunately. But I suppose better late than never. This one's been a long time coming and multiple attempts, I'm not gonna lie. Due to my what I call my video game void, where I want to play stuff, but I can't get into it. I don't know. I try to force myself to play and it never works out. But I've been on a roll lately with a lot of the old D&D games, and we're moving on. So this is going to be a mostly blind playthrough like a lot of the other D&D games that I've uploaded. I have gotten to a prison area just outside of the tutorial area where there was like a chessboard. That's as far as I've gotten, and I've done that about probably 4 or 5 times before I put the game down and just didn't come back. So that's it. I don't know a whole lot. While preparing, I did play the tutorial 5 or 6 times as I was uploading my Icewind Dale Let's Play, just to get myself familiar with the inventory, the movement, the different cameras you could use, just to make everything a little more smooth and to get through the tutorial area just a little bit quicker. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time in the tutorial area, I don't think, because most of the NPCs, they're just there to tell you how to play the game. I'm going to talk to a few. We'll figure out what's going on in Neverwinter, but we're going to move on fairly quickly through it. So, we are going to go into the main campaign, the Wailing Death, and then hopefully, I believe it goes in this order: Shadows of the Undertide, then Hordes of the Underdark. I hear these two are really good, and I hear this one's kind of meh. But either way, I'm easily pleased, so I don't care. We are going to be playing a pure wizard. So let's get going here. I know nothing about this other than the fact that it's 3rd edition, and I don't know how that differs from Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, how it differs from 3.5, which is Neverwinter Nights 2's game structure, whatever it's called, edition, whatever. So I'm not quite sure what to expect. I have not looked up any guides. I have played around with several different feats and everything. A few different spells in the tutorial area. I think I know what I want, but just be prepared. This is going to be probably very suboptimal. So if you're here to like learn how to play, you are 100% in the wrong place. But I think I know enough about D&D to get me going, and we're going to learn as we go here. But I did try something that I really liked, and that was expertise. So I think we're going to be getting that for sure. Portraits, I think these are the most awful portraits ever. I did have custom portraits, but they kept crashing my game, apparently. Couldn't figure out why my game was crashing every time I load. Turns out it was the portraits. I'm going to go true neutral. And here, I don't know how relevant charisma is for like dialogue and prices and things like that. My real reference with games is the higher my charisma, the better for dialogue and story. and getting people to do things that you want. Prices in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. So I'm going to go with a fairly high charisma, I think. I think we're going to go with this. 8, 10, 14, 8, 18, and 14. Because there is a... I can get Persuade, which I like. And again, I don't know how great that is, but we're gonna find out. So packages, we're gonna go Generalist Wizard. We're gonna configure that. We're gonna get Concentration. I'm not, even though I know nothing about 3rd edition, I promise you this is good. So we're gonna go with Concentration. The DC to avoid casting failure is equal to 10 plus receive plus spell level. Obviously that is for a wizard. Craft armor is interesting. That's very interesting to me. I have no clue how good it is, though. I read through this and I would like to take it, but I don't want to be too crazy here. But I definitely want to go with healing. I mean, it's a class skill, so apparently it's for wizards. And using a healing kit, anything that involves healing, I'm all about. So I thought about going Intimidate over Persuasion. And apparently these you can only go up to 2 that are not class skills. So I don't know. But I don't want to Intimidate here. I definitely want to get Lore. Again, it's a class skill thing, so I can go up to 4. Tells me that that I'm kind of doing it right, I guess. But a roll against an unidentified item's value to determine magical properties. I'm all about that. I love my... And here, Persuade. So it's Charisma, so we put our Charisma up. We're going to put 2 points, and we're going to max that out as far as we can go, which is sadly only 2 points. Spellcraft, obviously we have to get this. A successful check means that the character has identified a spell being cast by an opponent. The DC of the spell check is equal to 15 plus the spell level. Character also gains +1 bonus for every 5 ranks in the skill to all saving throws against spells. So, yes, please. And here, this one actually was working out very well. I've got a low dexterity. It's only at 10, so I don't think I get any plus bonuses to that. But it allows me to avoid any... it allows me to avoid a possible attack of opportunity. So I'm going to put points into that. And as far as points remaining, I'm assuming those do, if I don't spend them, they can carry over. But others that I was looking at, Spot seems like it would be a good idea. We have a -1 modifier to that. A successful spot check reveals a hidden creature. Seems useful. It seems useful. And there's also one called Listen. Listen detects hidden creatures by their opposing move silently check. So I don't hate those. I do not hate those. Discipline looked pretty good too. A successful check allows the character to resist any combat feat, disarm, called shot, or knockdown. I would really like to avoid being knocked down. Because with the wizard, there's a... we'll get to it in a second once we get to feats. There's an expertise that gives me like a +10 to my AC. And since I don't get companions in this game, aside from like a familiar and maybe like one person I could hire, I'm going to be tanking a lot. And I know in Baldur's Gate 2, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, the best tanks are wizards. So I'm assuming 3rd edition's not too different. And the fact that I could, get stone skin, I could get mirror image, I could buff my AC, but that expertise buffing my AC seems like a really good idea. So I tested it out while I was uploading uh, my Icewind Dale playthrough, and nothing was hitting me. So that was really good. I was like, I might have to get that. And I'm not sure how well sleep works, or how sleep works in third edition if they take a hit, but the idea here is to utilize sleep when I start getting surrounded, and then see if I can, I don't know, melee them. I've seen a few videos. I've watched videos of games that I intend to play up to the point that I've played, so I don't end up spoiling anything. I hate spoiling stuff for myself on games I haven't played. And I saw a guy use sleep, and then he had a club on a mage, and he was killing him pretty easy. So I was like, okay, I like that. So it seems as though sleep doesn't wake them up, which is good. But I don't know if I should go with a sling or if I should go with probably melee, because they'll get attacks of opportunity pretty easy. So probably melee. I might do what that guy did. But I don't know if that's going to be good for later levels or what. Because sleep is really, really good in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 early on. But as the game progresses, it gets really bad. So I don't know. But let's go with a point in spot, a point in to listen, and call it a day there. And here we have feats, and I definitely want expertise, then improved expertise. And I will 100% be getting where is it? Where are you? Spell focus, obviously. We want this. A character with this feat is adept in certain school of magic, gaining a +2 bonus to the spell save DC for all spells they cast from that school. So I don't know what route I'm going to take, or how that affects me being a generalist mage instead of being a, I don't know. I don't know how this really works, but I know that's something I'm probably going to want. Same thing with spell penetration. The ability to cast first level spells is a prerequisite. A spellcaster with this feat gains a +2 bonus to caster level checks to beat a creature's spell resistance. Seems good. So, but I do think early on with my experience in just the tutorial area, I'm going to go expertise, then improved expertise. Because here, a character with this feat can make defensive attacks, getting a +10 bonus to AC, but receiving a -10 penalty to attack rolls. We're not going to be attacking unless they're asleep, and it seems as though when something is asleep, it's an automatic hit. And then on top of all that, I'm casting spells. I'm not doing attack rolls, so that's just a free +10. Puts me at 20 AC. And it works so good. So I'm hoping it works that good later on. Now, I am typically a type of person who likes to go with the generalist mage instead of picking something specific, because if I go necromancy, which I do like necromancy in general, I can't use divination. And then there's just some case, like if you go illusionist in Baldur's Gate, you're just screwing yourself over almost, because you're prohibited from using enchant. It just, yeah, I'm good. So I'm gonna go generalist. And as far as my level 1 spells go, I definitely... Because we can learn from scrolls. I know I want Magic Missile. Get Mage Armor. Shield, always good. +4 to AC, as well as the caster is immune to spell Magic Missile. So we'll pick Shield up. Huh. Caster summons a dagger that acts as a faithful and loyal servant. Maybe. We'll pick up Sleep. I mean, I'll probably get a scroll for most of these, but... And we will be getting a Wand of Frost with infinite charges. So, Expeditious Retreat. I played with this. You move 150% faster. And this is not just in combat, like I thought it was. Like, you could use this to just run around and then rest. And this game really clearly highly encourages you to rest often. So I'm not going to be so frigid about it, I guess, like I was in the Baldur's Gate games in Icewind Dale. Let's go with Identify and... Oops. Doing 1d6 points of damage. True Strike is so bad in 5th edition. Is it even worth hearing? Is it +20 bonus to attack rolls? I don't know. I have no idea if it's good. I haven't played with this at all. What was it called? Boom do. Blast target with a loud, high-pitched sound. Target takes 1d4 points of sonic damage per 2 levels of the caster. It's one creature. I would like something that's got some AoE to it. I mean, grease is always useful, right? It's in the target area, causing all within to either fall down or move at reduced speed. But I see this being more beneficial when you have a whole party. And I could do a mercenary, but is he going to get caught up in it? Because I'm going to get the mercenary that I've had before. He's got like a twin blade. He's a orc. I have no clue what his name is. I mean, color spray could be useful. There's burning hands. I don't know, man. I'm probably overthinking. What's Iron Guts? When touched, the target creature gains a +4 circumstance bonus on fortitude saves against all poisons. Let's just pick one. Let's go with color spray. And here, I'm 100% taking the Beholder. They call it an eyeball, but we're going to name him Absimilard. And I don't care if this guy is good, bad, or whatever. I want a Beholder familiar. So, hell yes. I have no clue what he's good at. I know he can attack at range. I know he could attack at range. I know he could attack melee. I really would like to look up what he can do and how to use these guys, but again, don't care. Absimilard the Beholder is my companion.
Get on them! Attack, I say!
And we are off.
The Frozen North, the name given to the stark and unforgiving frontier that lies beyond the high moor of Faerun. A bleak wilderness where barbarian clans and tribes of giants roam the land and fierce dragons rule the skies. But amidst the frozen savagery stands a bastion of civilization, the city of Neverwinter, Jewel of the North. Behind the city's high walls, those both hardy and brave carve out an existence from this bleak land under the guidance and protection of the legendary hero, Lord Nasher Alagonda. Yet there are some things that all the courage in the world cannot stand against. A virulent plague swept the city, a terrible affliction that began in the beggar's nest. Soon, all of Neverwinter would feel the touch of the Wailing Death. The disease could not be cured. Panic ensued. The streets erupted into violence. The Jewel of the North was brought to its knees. To save Neverwinter, Lady Aribeth de Tilmarand, Paladin of Tyr, and Lord Nasher's right hand put forth the call for a champion. A rush of would-be heroes answered her call, some drawn by promises of grandeur and glory, others by the lure of gold. Those with the greatest potential were initiated into the academy to train and study under the greatest minds of Neverwinter, all in the hopes a champion might emerge to save the city from the Wailing Death, and whatever sinister force might be behind it.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and end this one here, just because it feels like a good place to stop. We're right at about half hour anyway. We could just call this the character creation, and then that way we could jump in to into the game and kind of in a proper way. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.